Hello, this is Mike with Christian Minutes. This week I want to talk a little bit more about having a relationship with God and talking to Him. So let's get started. So when it comes to seeking a relationship with God, I know I've talked about sometimes when you pray to God, you feel like your prayers don't even reach the ceiling, But one of the things we got to realize is that God's not only above the ceiling, He's also below the ceiling. I think that that's really an important aspect of that God is present. A lot of times we don't feel His presence because we're busy ourselves. A busy mind really does not allow God to speak. That's one aspect of a way that people end up limiting their relationship with God, is because first off, they just don't even slow down enough to really listen and listen for His voice. Part of the thing is that we need to determine whether it's our conscious mind or our conscience speaking to us, or if it's God speaking to us. The two things a lot of times sound very similar. Sometimes, we get convicted of certain things that we know are wrong. Is that our conscience speaking to us, or is that God speaking to us through our conscience? These are some of the things that become gray areas where people really struggle with trying to say, that's just me being convicted of this, or is it really God saying, hey, I don't want you to do this because I love you? A lot of times it's the second, and we don't listen to it that way. We end up saying, no, I can get away with it, or I can do something that, but in the grand scheme of things, you're never going to get away with it. Eventually you will have to give an account. Now don't get me wrong, there's mercy and grace when it comes to God. He's not a judging, vengeful God. He's really one that wants to show you mercy and grace. And that's really important when it comes to approaching God. A lot of people feel like they can't approach Him because they're unclean or unworthy. Well, the unclean and unworthy is who Jesus had dinner with. He got accused of drinking and eating with sinners. He came for sinners. So if you feel like you're not worthy, it means that you should be probably part of His family because you need Him. And that's one of the first steps in having a very loving, caring, and beautiful relationship with a loving, caring, and amazing God. So much of the time we get distracted by life, and the more we can slow down and think about God and godly things, the better off we're going to be. So I just wanted to put up this short little clip, just basically stating these types of ideas and concepts. So God loves you, He wants to have a relationship with you, and you just need to make some quiet time. Don't only just pray, but just relax and listen for a response. And you'd be surprised. All of a sudden you'd be like, where did that thought come from? That thought wasn't mine. I would never have thought about it that way. And those are the thoughts that are just so precious when you start truly having a relationship. And the more you have that relationship, the more you get those thoughts that pop in your head that you don't have any idea where they came from, outside of giving them the attribute of God speaking to you. The more often it happens. So this is part of the way to develop a stronger and better relationship when it comes to God. And I just hope you like this message this week, and just have a blessed week.